my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. Well, this is a very much requested video, mostly on the Royals channel, but on both channels. And it's about Lucy Letby. Lucy Letby. And I thought I would do a tarot challenge, and these cards are already creating a fuss, so I'm not going to use these cards. That's just the way it is sometimes. I'm going to use these other little ones that like to do crime videos. All right, Lucy Letby. Now, the reason I haven't done a lot with this is because I really didn't know what was going on. I heard about it, and then I watched the Netflix special, and it does leave a lot of things open to interpretation. So I thought this is perfect to ask the cards. Is Lucy Letby guilty or innocent? So we're going to do a tarot challenge. We're going to do guilty on top, innocent on the bottom. All right. Guilty on top, innocent on the bottom. Ooh, the Hierophant. They talked about the Countess. That would be her leader, right? Anyways, we don't want to complicate things. So, guilty, Lucy Letby. And for those who don't know, Lucy Letby is a nurse in the UK. Of course, all my UK followers already know a lot about this story, but just for people who are not up to date on the story, Lucy Letby was a nurse in the UK, and she worked in the neonatal unit. And what happened was all of a sudden there was a rash of babies who were dying. And they went and looked at the rota, and Lucy Letby was on shift every time a baby died. Every baby death, Lucy Letby was the common denominator. They did a couple of other investigations, searched her house and whatnot, found some questionable things, but not direct evidence. Nobody ever witnessed her, and there was zero direct evidence that she did anything wrong. So it was mostly circumstantial. And they charged her like with 8 murders, 8, I believe, attempted murder. And a solicitor or barrister, whatever you call them, a lawyer in the UK said, whoa, what's going on here? The defense never called one expert witness. So this guy looked for the expert witness, who happens to be from Alberta, Canada, where I'm from. And he went and he did a big, they collected a bunch of other expert witnesses. And he said there was no murder involved whatsoever. This was just, these are babies in neonatal, and not all neonatal babies survive. And he showed that it was actually the result of being understaffed and underqualified. All right. And the reason Lucy Letby was on shift so much is because she was the most qualified. So she actually was given extra shifts. They wanted her on shift for the most severe cases, I guess you could call it. But let's see, guilty on top, innocent on the bottom. What's sad is that there's 8 families there that don't have their babies for whatever reason. I couldn't imagine. Lucy Letby. Ooh, second chance. I wonder if she's going to get her second day in court. Apparently they have opened up an investigation into what's called the Countess of Chester, which is the person who ran that department. And that was at the end of the Netflix special. Lucy Letby, guilty on top, innocent on the bottom, upright positive, reversals negative. Let's go. Whoa, interesting cut. I told you these cards love, ooh. Guilty, innocent. Guilty, innocent. I gotta cover that up. There's the judgment card on innocent. There's the attack with words. 1, 2, 3, 4 upright for guilty. 1, 2, 3, 4 upright for innocent. Wow. She's going to get a second day at court. There's lots and lots of tears. There's big money behind why she is in. This has ruined her. But you know what? We under guilty, we have, it's not the truth. It's not the truth. So there's hope and healing here. But I'm going to say with the Knight of Swords and the Chariot here mirroring each other. Mirroring means people ask is like like when they are, if you held them up together, they would be on the same side. So the ends mirror, mirror, and then the 3 are pillars, the middle and the 2. So if you look at mirroring, it's like that was an attack on her of words, and it's all circumstantial evidence. And this attack of words is she was encouraged to write out her feelings, and then they took that as a confession. And that's telling me right there, that wasn't a confession. That was an attack of words. I'm going to say this King of Pentacles right now is the lawyer that's looking into it, right? I think she's going to get a second chance. I think she will be released. I honestly do. And it's going to make a lot of people upset. There's going to be river and river of tears. We have to look at this from a different point of view. I think she's going to be released. Interesting why we aren't getting a guilty or innocent one run away with the other. And I wonder if there's something that, I'm not saying that she is guilty or she's done, and I'm not accusing her of anything. I just wonder if there's sometimes she was just really tired. I mean, she's working double shifts. They're overworking her, and perhaps she was guilty of not paying attention and indirectly contributing to something. Because the report was, it was very understaffed. And I wonder if that's why there's some little bit of guilt here. Interesting, we have 7, but it's upright. So there, also there's been reports that I think at least 3 of the babies post-autopsy, they have found a bacterial infection that would have contributed. So, and there was no way she could have administered that. So I think they've dropped those 3 from her charges. I think she's going to get another day in court. They're going to be able to present that evidence. A lot of people are going to be upset. When a baby dies, people want reasons, right? But we have to look at this from a different point of view. And you can almost look at that as this is the real evidence coming in. And this was if the Ace of Swords was upright, I would say some of that evidence is correct. But it's in reverse, and it did ruin her. It did ruin her. She's going to get her also here with the 2. They're looking at other options. And it's interesting holding the World card or the world, because they brought in experts from all around the world, not just in the UK. They kind of threw the UK expert under the bus because they found he was very biased. So that this is, to me, they brought all this in. Something is going to happen. She will get her second day in court. Let's just quickly ask, because since this is tied, I'm going to say that there may be something here, a human error, that She may be guilty of, like, perhaps she was just really tired. It was the end of her second shift, and perhaps nothing she did on purpose. Maybe she missed a medication, or, I mean, I've stayed in the hospital and I've had a doctor give me the wrong medication, a doctor who should know better. He gave me 10 times the amount I was supposed to have. A doctor, not a tired nurse, a doctor who knows how many hours he had been working. And when thankfully they 10 times. So I was supposed to have 300 milligrams of a particular drug, and he gave me 3,000. Thankfully, there was no other repercussions from it. So it can be done. So I think that's what's happened here. I think there's something that, you know, human error, because I would have liked to seen the guilty a lot smaller if to really declare her not guilty. So she may be guilty of some things, but I think it's more or less human error. I don't think she intentionally tried to hurt any of those babies at all. Will she be freed from, will she be will she be will she be set free? Will she be set free? I was trying to word this like, will she be found innocent, but will she be set free from jail? Will she be set free from jail? She is going to get a second trial here, or an appeal or something. Patience, yes, her ship will come in, yes. I'm going to say yes. Patience, though. It might not be right away. Interesting, our underlying was 2, and then it moves to 3. So 2 is the plans. You do the work, you make the goals, you set those plans in motion, you set those goals in motion, and now we wait. And if you look, he's holding on to the same wand. All right? So I'm going to say yes. Thank you very much for watching. Please take good care. See you online. Bye for now.